the night before a very important entrance exam that you really want to crack. Will I? Won't I? The night before an important speech or presentation. Will it? Won't it? The night before your dream job interview. Will I? Won't I? The night before you're about to propose or express your love to that special person. Will they? Won't they? Will they? Won't they? Slowly the wills become silent and the won'ts keep you awake. The hands get sweaty, the brain starts running all over. You are nervous, isn't it? So let's dive straight into some strategies from my personal experience to help you overcome nervousness before a big event. 1. Celebrate. Every solution begins with an acknowledgement. Admit it. Why are you nervous? Well, that's because you're serious and sincere about it. That's why you're nervous, isn't it? The first time I stood up in front of a class full of 50 bright IIM Bangalore students to conduct my first ever lecture on services marketing, I was shaking with nervousness. It was a big day for me. I wanted to make this a success. It matters to you what the outcome is because you have worked hard for it. An extraordinary feat demands extraordinary effort and sometimes brings about extraordinary emotions. It's natural. Even Barack Obama fumbled during his swearing-in ceremony.
That I will execute the office of President to the United States faithfully.
That I will execute
faithfully the office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States faithfully.
Rafael Nadal, the great Spanish tennis player, once admitted that he is nervous before every match till now. He said, "It just tells me that the hunger is still there and I go out there and give my best, celebrating the fact that I love this, that I care." Adele says that she's nervous every time she performs, so much so that one time she wanted to escape through the fire exit. It is because she cares about her fans. With my stage fright, I just don't want to let people down, she admits. आपको इस चीज़ की कद्र है और ये बहुत बड़ी बात है. You care and that's rare. So celebrate. Let's stop calling it stage fright and begin to call it what it is. Performance energy. Stage fright sounds crazy, scary, overwhelming. Yet it's perfectly natural and it's a good thing. At number 2, pride in the preparation. They say the harder you work, the luckier you get. Why? Simple. Your preparation leads to confidence, which steers you forward. I remember the day I had to make this huge presentation to a board of directors of a large company. I was a banker at that time, and this was the first time I had worked so hard at a proposal which I was about to present. I requested the manager if I could just sneak into the auditorium the night before. I went in, kind of, just soaked in the ambience, tried to make a mock presentation to figure out, where are people going to be sit? Where is, the table, the chairs, lighting, the computer, the projector, the sound of the mic. And the next morning, the show was as smooth as butter. One of the most famous pre-game rituals for Master Blaster Sachin Tendulkar was that the night before, he would go to the stadium alone while the pitch was being watered, feel the ground and the stands, and mentally prepare himself for what was coming the next day. Remind himself what he had worked so hard for. It is now time to close the gap between preparation and competition. Remember, you have trained for precisely this moment. Tomorrow is another day at the office. You have done this before. You have lived this. You have lived for this. At number 3 is paralysis by analysis. Why do we sometimes fail to perform to our capability when the pressure is on? Who is that person who creates all the scenarios in our head and is asking all these questions? It's us, right? We're quite literally in our own head. The real reason we fail to live up to our potential on the most important day is because we are paying too much attention to the activity. The first time I had to deliver a TED talk, I tried to control every little thing, even the things that could have been best left on autopilot. The end result is that we often mess up. Sion Bylock, in her book Choke, calls this paralysis by analysis. I remember my basketball coach in school telling me, "Zyada dimag mat lagao. Don't overthink. Just do." Something as simple as singing a song or paying attention to one's pinky toe, as pro golfer Jack Nicklaus was rumored to do, can help take our mind off those pesky details. Develop a totem, a connection breaker. I personally use this the moment I start creating scenarios. I consciously say, sometimes out loud, "Chetna, stop already." A wise person was asked, "How did you achieve this impossible feat?" "Simple," they replied. "I just didn't know that it was impossible. So I went ahead and did it anyway." And if you need an easy hack, then try this. It's simple but effective. Chew a gum. Sugar-free, of course. Chew it loud, animatedly. It convinces your brain that all is well. Now, before we move on to the fourth strategy of dealing with stage fright, I would like to give a shout out because it's shout out time. And who's the lucky winner for today? Nityodita Sharma, for leaving this amazing message under my last video. And if you too want a shout out in my next video, the rules are simple, they haven't changed since the last time. Leave a comment below with the hashtag ChetChatters. At number 4, see the scene. Virat Kohli, the epitome of transformation, once shared that after a lukewarm tour of Australia in 2012-13, he realized that the opposition had an upper hand. They didn't think that he was a threat. Next tour, 2014-15, the man scored 4 centuries and the highest number of runs by an Indian batter. How? He shares his power of visualization. Apart from grueling practice, I visualized decimating Australian bowlers on their home soil. I saw driving, pulling, defending, just blunting their attack, and then raising my blade in victory after completing a century. Guess what happened? Exactly that. Jim Carrey, the famous actor, shared that he once signed himself a $20 million check literally and saw himself to be receiving it one day to be a part of blockbusters. Guess what happened? Exactly that. See yourself out there, kicking it, killing it, and manifest that into reality. Strategy number 5, brain dump. I have found that simply jotting down your worries and thoughts before a stressful event helps to download it from the mind and makes it less likely that they will pop up in the moment. It's what I call the brain dump. Journaling is an important tool in general to deal with fears, anxiety, and many negative emotions. I pour out my anger on my journal on many days, and later I laugh at myself when I read those sections. If you wake up in the middle of the night with a big event the next morning, write your thoughts in your journal, and this will help you go right back to sleep after. And that good night's sleep will make all the difference the next day. At number 6, crisis or opportunity. Loosely translated, Chinese have the same symbol for crisis and opportunity. How many people can claim to have attempted something big, something that really mattered? You can. What an opportunity to grow and become the highest version of yourself. Could you learn skillful driving on an empty road? Grab this opportunity with both hands. Be so over the top thankful that in this life you have been given a chance to prove what a rock star you are. Don't complain of noise when opportunity knocks at your door. The key word is gratitude here. Be grateful for this opportunity to prove what you are made of. Rejoice, revel. Be happy in that feeling. At number 7, self-awareness or support. Sometimes we're not able to handle it alone. Sometimes what goes on inside our heads translates into a physical panic attack. Don't be alone if that happens. You don't need to. If you think that anxiety or panic attack is crippling, ask for help. Parents, friends, coach, mentor, even a doctor, anyone. Drop the sense of embarrassment. It takes a brave person to ask for help. Sometimes we need to hear all the right things from somebody we care. Allow it to happen. The circle of loved ones will calm you down, ground you back to reality, and make you ready to face that challenge. One tiny word of caution here. Did you know that anxiety is contagious? If your teacher, coach, or parent is anxious about math, chances are you will be too. So if someone around you is getting stressed, give them a timeout. Stay away from them. Sing a song, stare at your pinky toe, chew sugar-free gum, go for a walk, breathe, dance, do whatever it takes to get your mind off it and feel the joy. Jim Carrey once tweeted, "I used to spend a lot of time burning with anxiety." That happens when you imagine that you are less than infinite. Remember that you have infinite and limitless potential. You are fully prepared and you will rock this. So I hope this helps you overcome your nervousness and stage fright before any big events. So I wish you all the best, happy learning, and don't forget to press that subscribe button and the bell icon so you get an update every time we go online. And happy learning!